Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Branch, the art teacher, here with another cool art project. And today we're going to make a shark. All right, so let me go ahead and switch my camera so that you guys can see what's on my desk so I can talk about the supplies. All right, so you're going to need scissors, glue, 1 to 2 little strips of paper, depending on the size. It just needs to be small, and 1 rectangle of blue paper. Now you're going to have your choice of blue papers when you're in class. But right now I like this dark blue because I made a light blue. So I'm going to make a dark blue one. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. First things first, with your rectangle piece of paper, we're going to fold that in half, hot dog. That means the long way. You give yourself a good crease and you have your folded paper. Now we're going to cut the corners off. We're going to turn this into a trapezoid by cutting 2 triangles off the ends. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pick a spot close to the end and just cut to that corner. And I have 2 triangles. Now we're going to need these for our shark. So I'm going to put them off to the side. And I'm going to just go ahead and flip it and do the same thing on this end. So I'm just going to pick a spot and then cut to the corner. So there I have a trapezoid shape, and that's the shape. If I turn it this way, this is probably the way the most times you see a trapezoid. But anyway, now these 2 corners here, I'm just going to cut those off just a little bit, just to make my shark belly round. So this is going to be my shark's body, the whole body. Well, this is the belly part. Now, it doesn't matter which end you pick, just pick an end, and we're going to cut out the shark's mouth. Now, what we're going to do to make the shark's mouth is that we're going to cut a curved line so it looks like we're making a smile, and then we're going to come up to that curved line. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pick one of these ends and cut a curved line. Let me bring that in closer so you can see. I cut a curved line, but I did not go all the way to the top. And then I'm just going to connect with another curved line. Now, it's important that you cut on the open side. Make sure you're not cutting on the folded side. If you cut on the folded side, you're going to mess this up. Now, these curves right here are going to become the shark's fin, which we're going to glue on in a little bit. So I'm going to put those off to the side. So we need those. Now, I'm going to open up my shark. Now, if you're in class, don't forget to write your name. So I'm going to write Miss Branch on my shark, so I don't forget that this one's mine in case I drop it or it gets put in a group. So now we're going to make the shark's teeth. And to make the shark's teeth, we're just going to cut a bunch of isosceles triangles, or little triangles that are more pointy. So I'm just going to cut a little skinny triangle off and just keep cutting little skinny triangles. This paper is just about 1 inch long. So I'm just going to cut little skinny triangles and keep cutting. Just keep cutting. So now that I have all of my triangles, I'm going to glue them on right here at the openings so that it looks like teeth. So I have my shark's teeth. Now, when you're using liquid glue, the less glue you use, the better. So what I'm going to do is just put a dot of glue. So my rule with the glue is not a lot, just a dot. A dab of glue will do. Now you see this little tiny dot? This little tiny dot is really strong. Because what I'm going to do is take my finger and spread that dot. And then I'm going to take some of my triangles, and I'm not going to stick them all the way through. I mean, all the way at the edge. I'm just going to kind of like just put them on. And I still got a little glue on my finger. I'm just going to put that glue on this side. And I can use that glue too. That's on my finger. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this one, this side. And it's okay if they're crooked because some sharks have some weird looking teeth. And so now I'm going to take my glue again, and not a lot, just a dot. A dab of glue will do. And I'm going to put one little dot of glue. Now, the reason why glue is stronger when you use a little bit is because when you using glue, because it's liquid, it's wetting the paper. And if you wet the paper too much, the bond in the glue gets weaker because the paper becomes very saturated with the glue. So now I put a few more on this side, and I got still a little bit glue on my fingers. So I'm gonna go ahead and just rub that on this side. And again, not a lot, just a dot. A dab of glue will do. I'm gonna go ahead and do both sides this time. So not a lot, just a dot. A dab of glue will do. And then I'm just gonna spread it with my finger. And then I can pick up the rest of my triangles. Ugh, that one didn't want to pick up right away. And place them on my glue. All right. So now I have my teeth done. Now, if you still have some glue on your finger, I'm gonna show you this little trick where you don't even have to wash your hands. All you're gonna do is take your thumb and the finger that you have glue on and rub it together. And the glue is just going to roll up and fall off. And I'm just gonna go ahead and brush those right onto the floor. And because I'll sweep them up later. All right. So now that I have my mouth done, I can start on the rest of my chart. So I can close it and it can stand up. So now, let's see. I'll go ahead and start with the fin first, the top fin. So again, not a lot, just a dot. A dab of glue will do. But what I'm going to do with this little dot is that I'm going to spread it all over just this one fin. And I'm going to place it on my shark's back up here at the folded side. And the other side, I still got a little bit of glue on my finger. I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to match this one up so that it kind of like sandwiches in between. Make a sandwich out of the paper. And I didn't have enough glue. So I'm going to go ahead and put another little tiny dot and spread that. And now, there we go. So now I have the fin on my shark's back. And now I can take two of the triangles and I can just fold one in here and fold one in there. And I just made little what's called a tab. So these little tabs that I made by folding the paper, I'm going to glue on to my shark. Now, let's see. This kind of looks weird, so I think this one needs to go on this side. Yeah, that looks more right. And then this one's going to be on this side. So then I'm going to glue these on opposite of each other on my shark's body. So now I'm going to go ahead and place a dot, not a lot, just a dot. And really, I could probably share this glue with this side. And I'm going to place it on here. Another cool thing with glue, and you can, what I call, rub a little bit. So I'm just going to rub it in place a little bit and it sticks right away. The least amount of glue and just rub it a little bit and it sticks. But if you use too much glue, then it's going to fall off. It's not going to stick very well. So now I have my last two pieces, which I'm going to make the tail. Now you can leave the tail just these two triangles, or you can make it a little fancier, like a kind of more like a shark's tail, a great white. Let me go ahead and glue these on first, and then I'll show you how if you want to make them a little fancier. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put not a lot. This time I put a little bigger dot because this is a bigger piece. And again, I'm going to spread that one dot of glue. And I'm going to go ahead and lay it right here at the edge of my tail. And I'm gonna take some of that glue that's still on my finger. And then I'm gonna match this one up with this. Like I'm making another sandwich. And my tail is on. And I'm gonna give that a few moments to dry. Then I'll come back and show you how to make it a little fancy. Now I still have a little bit of glue on my finger. It might not be enough glue, but I'm gonna go ahead and see and use that. And again, rub a little bit and it sticks. So yes, glue is very strong if you use just a little bit. If you use too much glue, then it the bond weakens because it wets the paper and then it takes longer to dry. So let's see if I can use that. I might have to get some more glue because my finger was starting to dry out. Okay, it worked. All right, so there I have my shark. And if you want to make the tail a little fancier, you can, let's see. I'm just gonna cut a little triangle out of my shark's tail a little bit. And it kind of looks like a great white shark. So I just cut a little triangle out the middle. But you can leave it whole if you want to. You don't have to change that. That's totally up to you. But yes, not a lot, just a dot, a dab of glue will do. And you have a shark made out of two pieces of paper. All right, so let me go ahead and switch my camera. Oh, sorry about that. All right, and all right, everyone. So we made a shark. And oh, if you want to add some gills, if you have a marker, you can draw some gills on your shark. And it's interesting that there are different sharks, different size sharks have different gills. Like there's a 6-gill shark and a 4-gill shark. Some have 3 gills. It just depends on the shark and the species and the size of how many gills that you have on your shark. And so a shark. So we got to talk about trapezoids. We got to talk about triangles. We got to fold the paper, make isosceles triangles. We got to, let's see, yeah, we made right triangles, isosceles triangles. This is actually like part of a crescent. So you got to do a lot of things with your shark, everyone. Ha! So anyway, I will see you in my next video. Bye.